Hello everyone, I'm Steve, W9SN, and we're here installing my 160 meter Foursquare for the 7th year in a row. There is my control box right there, and it's wireless. That controls the Foursquare. You can see the little Wi-Fi antenna on the box on the left, and I shoot the voltage down the coax, those MFJ bias tees, and that's how these things get power, and I don't have to run a control line to it. So we're on day 1 of about a 4-day project getting this all back up. Every year I go through this to get these all back up. Mother Nature has a way of taking them all down. They're basically inverted L's hanging up into trees. And I know it's a little hard to film wires, but there's a ridge up there right behind my barn. I got one that goes up way up in that tree about 95 feet. And then shoots over to this tree here, so it's real nice and high. That plays really well. And then over here on this ridge, it's about 135 feet away. I've got another 100-foot oak tree up there, and that is the southwest element. My northeast element, you're not going to be able to see it very well at all, but it goes up about a 95-foot tree over in that way. You can see it up there in the top, and that's the northeast one. And for my southeast element, goes way up in the top of that tree over there, right there. And that's probably about 85 feet is that one there. That's one of the shorter ones. Works real well. Every year during the summertime, the thunderstorms break limbs and takes it down, and then I got to go shoot wires back up there and put it back up. But I'm standing in a valley. I mean, I'm probably 30 feet below that right there. It's hard to film a hill on a camera, but this thing is sitting in the bottom of a valley. It continues to go on down that way, but it's really cool. All the elements are up high, and right in the middle of it, I got this vein of a valley that runs right through the middle of it. But boy, this thing plays when I get it all the way up and get it working. So I'll show you how I get these things up in the air. So this is the southwest element. And I just got this thing hooked up. I put a whole new base in and drove a pipe in the ground, DX Engineering radial plate. I tie a rope on it here and I wrap my element. It's just a wire is all this is. These are inverted L's, and it ties around a rope here. It's just a strain relief, and I tie this leader on here, and right now I haven't even got it sealed up, but I'll end up putting a split bolt on that and sealing that up. My coax I just got hooked up so I could test it, so I don't have any of that sealed up yet, and I've only got about 5 radials out. This used to be an inverted elevated Foursquare system, and you can see how it drops way off down there in the valley, and it's a heck of a climb up here for this old man. It's not fun climbing these hills all day long, so that's why it takes me about 4 days to get this all up. But I've got, we did some excavating out here, and I tore a lot of my radials out, so I've got to lay all new radials, which, you know, it's just wood, so I'm just going to lay them on the ground, and the only thing that's out here is rattlesnakes, bears, and deer. So that's what the elements all look like, and works real well up here. And I'm sitting on a ridge. It drops off probably about 145 feet out that direction here, and that's Europe, that direction there. So it plays quite well. This here is my little Gizmo I built. It's a Zebco 888 reel, and just PVC pipe, little irrigation valve, and I put about 40 pounds in it. Once I put that in there, it'll pull back to about 35 pounds by the time I walk all the way out in the woods. And just air compressor, and works well. I can shoot a little mini tennis ball on the end of this thing about 250 feet in the air. It'll go way up over the top of all them trees up there. So she works real good. So we're going to try and shoot this up over the top of this tree, and I'm not sure how this is going to come out, but here goes. Nope, that's not a good shot. That thing went right up and right back down again. So I almost have to wait for all the leaves are coming off the trees, because these trees are so close together that with the leaves on them, it breaks the projectile. And you really can't see where you're going half the time with it too. So once the leaves come down, then I can get a good look at it. But I'm going to shoot it over this tree, and what I'm wanting to do is shoot it over the top of the tree over there. So I want it to go over this one and over to that one there, and it'll make a nice inverted L. This tree here is a good, about a good 90 foot up there to the top of this one. But anyway, I've got to cut the fishing line, retie it, and do it all over again. And once I shoot it over there, I'll use a real small nylon cord. It's about an 1/8 inch. And then once I pull that through, and then I use my 3/16 Dacron to pull back through on it. The fishing line's not strong enough to pull the Dacron over the top of these trees. So anyway, we're going to do this again.